What is more effective, Google or Facebook ads? What is more effective, Google or Facebook ads? So hopefully now we've done that little experiment to see what you actually use these things for. That will start to have you think about, where would I put an advert for a particular product? Where would that advert go? Would I put it onto Google or would I put it onto Facebook? So short answer is, of course, it depends. So in a perfect world, I gave you the distribution channel example earlier, okay? In a perfect world, McDonald's would not exist. In a perfect world, Macca's simply would not exist. As it is, though, despite all this idea behind healthy eating and all this kind of stuff, that company is flourishing, flourishing. And here in Portugal, in Lisbon, there is a McDonald's in a very, very popular area that's constantly busy. Why? Why? And it's full of tourists, okay? Why is that? Well, there are some tourists that they don't want to try a restaurant here, which restaurants are very cheap here. They don't want to try a restaurant here because they're worried they're not going to like it. They're not going to like the food, and it's too much risk for them, I expect. And so they'll try what they know. And they know McDonald's. They know it's not amazing food, but they know it's good enough food. Okay. Which comes back to that kind of distribution idea I talked about earlier. I suspect there's a lot of that going on with this as well. So the marketing lesson within that is, if you can put an average product in front of a hungry crowd, a crowd of people who want the thing, the average product will sell all day long. Okay. That's what Google is great for. That's what Google's great for. So when I go to Google, I'm looking for that specific thing. I have got an itch. I need to scratch it. I'm looking for a solution for that. So for instance, I'm looking for the bath diet for dogs, which is just raw food for dogs. And here I get an answer to my prayers. I get this website called Petis where I can go and get the product thing, okay? And if I look at the adverts that they're running, I can see they're running all sorts of hyper-targeted ads. Google is amazing for the very, very last phase of your buying process where people are going to buy your product, okay? That's awesome for that, perfect for that. But what about Facebook? Well, when I go to Facebook, I'm there for all sorts of different things, mostly because I want connection with other people. But while I'm there, I'm also looking at the ads that get presented to me. And every now and again, an advert is interesting for me because it's something that's on the top of my mind at that particular time. Okay. So I might not be thinking about, oh, I need to organize a particular diet for my poodle because she isn't eating the food we've got her. I might not be thinking about that at the time. But if I see an advert, maybe that kind of goes, oh, that's right. I've got that problem. I need to do it. And so Facebook, unlike Google, which is search marketing, Facebook is interruption marketing. I'm there for other things. I'm not there looking for adverts for poodle diets. I'm not there for that. But if I saw an advert for it and it's also in my consciousness, then I could click onto it and I could go look at it. Okay. So it's different. So here's how I think about it. You need to be, I believe, on both. You need to be on both. And on Google, you go right to the last phase of the process. You go, I'm ready to buy. Let me buy the thing. Okay. That's more often than not the most cost-effective way to use Google. There's a lot of different strategies. I'm just going to give you like what, in my experience, works best. Most cost-effective is that. Facebook, You want to do awareness-based advertising, like, oh, you're interested in this? You become more importantly, recently become interested in this. Now let's see if you're also interested in this that goes along with it. You recently became interested in poodles. Now let's see if you're also interested in buying a dog food specifically for poodles, for instance, okay, to give you an example from my own entrepreneurial life. So there's that element of it as well, okay? With that being said, I think you should be on both, but I think you should absolutely use them differently. The other thing I would say as well is that in my experience, Facebook is way, way better at presenting ads to you based upon conversations you've had around your phone. And we've all had that experience where we're talking about something, adult diapers or something like that. I don't know why that popped into my head, but something like that, okay, where you're talking about something and then the next thing you know, you see some dude in a nappy on Facebook. Do you need adult diapers? It says, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Okay. So it's really, really good for that as well. So I think that is important. Google does offer that, but because you don't go to Google just to surf around, it's not as an effective way of marketing. Whereas with Facebook, you're there just to piss about, do other stuff. And if you see something that's at the top of your mind at that particular time, then you're more likely to click. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are a community of over 2,500 professional e-commerce sellers from right around the world, selling on everything from Amazon to Shopify, eBay to Etsy, and much, much more. If you'd like to find out what we're doing and how we go about helping you make your business successful, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.